Okay, so what I have for you today is some content. Now, okay, this is a book that I wrote when I started when I was 10, and I finished about when I was 12 or maybe 13. I would say 12. But looks like this. It has how many? 120 pages blank, printed out. I don't even think I have the original computer copy of it. I just have this. It's called Water, and it's part of a series that I never finished. Yeah. So what I wanted to do today was read the first chapter because it's a wild ride. So the first page is the table of contents. As you can see, the font is a little questionable, the font choice, and then if you look down here, it changes right around here. So what is that about? Well, you'll see. So that's the first page. Then I have a foreword. I don't know if that's an accurate term in literature, but this is how the foreword goes. This is the first part to the inscription that my love has recorded, from my perspective. I can hardly bear to show our story to your world of heat, tremors, tornadoes, flooding, darkness, and ignorance. But your world needs to see the truth, hidden in my world of simply ignorance. I'm the only one who, capital K, knows this truth. I have hidden it for so long, yet it was my love's dying wish to show her inscription to your world. I, capital K, know I must reveal it, yet I am reluctant. Please regard this story with the utmost care and attention, but be forewarned, it isn't pretty, and there are many horrors I have experienced. This is funnier with the context of the rest of the book. Chapter 1, News. I used to whenever someone was reading this, I couldn't be in the same room as them, so to read it by myself out loud is whew. But I want to do it just because it's so funny, and I'm proud that I wrote a book. So a flock of pigeons settled down on the cool, hard pavement of Newburyport, Massachusetts. That's where my grandparents lived. They peacefully started pecking at some flattened raisins that were 5 days old. The sun was shining, but it didn't look as sweltering as it really was. The only way to keep cool was to hop around, wings spread. A sudden gust of wind and a rustle in the bushes disturbed the pigeons' peaceful silence. They looked up, suddenly alert. Many stopped hopping, no matter how hot it was. The rustle came again. Some pigeons hopped a few steps as if to take off. A twig cracked. The pigeons stiffened. Then, even back then, I was obsessed with birds. Then, a handsome guy with dirty blonde hair, freckles, new green keens, and an iPod dangling from his ears, tan skin from the sweltering hot sun, a pointed nose, and gray-blue eyes burst through on his skateboard, doing tricks, scattering the pigeons who would never return. Never. And impressing people, especially girls, screaming, "Brandon, Brandon, hello, Earth to Brandon. Dude, wake up, Mom wants to tell you something." A figure with emerald green eyes, tan skin, but not as tan as mine, freckles, a pointed nose, and brown hair with side bangs slid into focus. my twin sister, Megan, or Margaret, if you really want to annoy her. I don't know if Megan is a shortening of Margaret. All I know is that those two names are, like, a nickname for both of those names is Meg. And this character's name is Meg. But, like, I couldn't decide if I wanted, I guess I couldn't decide if I wanted her to be named Megan or Margaret. And I thought that Megan was a shortening of Margaret. So she's, this girl is Megan, Margaret, and Meg, but she's usually called Meg. Okay. Also, the names in this are just, the names in this are crazy. Okay. So, as you can see, what had just happened was Brandon, the main character, just woke up from a dream to his twin sister calling his name. Okay. Wait, never mind, it wasn't a dream. Okay, let me just read. Okay. Dude, wake up, Mom wants to tell you something. A figure with emerald green eyes, tan skin, but not as tan as mine, freckles, a pointed nose, and brown hair with slide bangs slid into focus. They're fraternal twins. My twin sister Megan, or Margaret if you really want to annoy her, had just gotten my attention back from the TV. It wasn't me doing all those tricks, it was Jacob Stevens, a skateboarding star. I blinked and frowned. Who were they to interrupt my fantasy? So, I guess it wasn't a dream, it was a daydream. I guess I don't know my own work. What? I yelled in the face of my mom. Mom gave me a tense smile, ran a shaky hand through her curly ginger hair, and said, "Guess what? We're going to Tallahassee, Florida tomorrow." When she saw the horrified, desperate look on my face and Meg's, she lost some of her smile. Oh, no. It's, 7 no's. We're not moving there. We're just going to test it out for a week, okay? In fact, we might not even move there at all. We want the best for you, okay? And if the best for you is staying here, we will stay here. Before you go saying this is a great speech and all, I need to make this clear. Mom has said this for everything. For trying to get Meg and I to actually get this, share a room, I know. There have actually been a lot more cases than that, like the get a smaller TV one, or the paint the bathroom pink one. But the whole share a room thing will stick with me until I die. And when I'm a ghost, that will haunt my soul forever. Little did I know that that wasn't the only thing that would haunt my soul. Anyway, Meg interrupted before I could, telling Mom, "You always say that. It's just talk. You can make those words come out of your mouth without any meaning in them. Those are just stupid sentences. And that's it," Dad blurted. "Moving is gonna be fine, and I never tell lies." I had known him with his dark eyes, black hair, and pale skin. I love how I, like, sneak the little descriptions in there. Like, I try so hard. Before the heat wave, for 11 years and... Oh, the heat wave? Oh, let me go back to that. For 11 years and 95 days, and even though he didn't know it, this was the first lie he told. To us, at least. But I couldn't blame him because I didn't know he told a lie either. So the heat wave, so the reason why I keep mentioning, like, it's so hot, is because it's, like, set in the future where, like, global warming has, like, taken over. And, like, it's pretty legitimate because, like, now, like, our entire climate is, like, going to shit. Forcing a smile, I turned to Mom, the curly-haired, pale-eyed woman. Sometimes I wonder why our parents look so different from us. I mean, they both have contacts and our vision is 20/20, and each family member has a different color of hair, and they don't have freckles. "Have you packed all my stuff?" I asked. I'd been watching skateboarders all day, hoping to pick up some tips. I was awful at skateboarding, but good at every other sport. Like running, especially running. I had won nearly every event I competed in, and I'm not joking. As much as Meg hates to admit it, I'm the fastest 11-year-old runner in the district. And she's reminded of it by all the medals and trophies in our room. At least one good thing comes from sharing a room. "I've packed all of it. You can check if you want," Mom answered. I shook my head no. I didn't want to dwell on moving to a whole different city. A whole different state! At least we're not moving to a whole different country, or a whole different continent, or a whole different world. Sure, I might like living in a different world with the Martians and stuff, but it's still a huge change. Yet I would have to accept it. I was taught in 5th grade that foreshadowing is a good thing, so this first chapter is a little saturated with some foreshadowing. Wait, Meg asked. When did this happen? You had to have been planning this. I mean, it couldn't have been spontaneous. Why didn't you just tell us sooner? This was me. The parents needing to move was a plot device. And the surprise to the kids was like a little plot hole. So this is me trying to justify it. And then the mom says, "We just wanted to try it out," Mom repeated, glancing at Dad with an almost afraid look. "Like we said." So they just wanted to try it out, I guess. But Dad had a different opinion. "Just go to bed now," he yelled. He shook his head and put it into his hand. Mom patted his shoulder. "I guess he had a hard day at work." This is also like an insight into my childhood. Okay. Then again, he was always uptight about change and I hated disobedience. Suddenly, he looked up and started glaring at us. I gave him my best forced smile, but Meg and I didn't want another blowout. So reluctantly, we stopped arguing and headed for the stairs to our room, hearts torn apart. We would never spend another full day in our house again. This is also interesting because it's like child logic. It's like parents are so irrational and like why would they ever do these things to us? But like parents would never do something like this to their kids. Like they would never like spring like a move on them. So a little bizarre, but anyway. We were pretty tired though. At least I was. I started yawning the moment I got to the stairs and thinking about how soft my bed was. When my sister and I heaved up the endless steps, she turned to me and said, "I'm actually scared too. I'm really scared for you though. I mean, you probably won't be the best runner in the district anymore," she snorted. "You wish, little miss, I can't do one pull-up." "Hey, why do you think I'm scared?" "'Cause I'm not," I contradicted. But I actually was pretty freaked out. Well, I guess Tallahassee is okay. But this means leaving my friends, no more catching trout, no more lobster, no more trips to cool historical museums. Okay, maybe that was what Meg was going to miss. I don't know why I didn't think they had any of this in Florida. And water would probably evaporate there, it was so hot. Although I did look cool with tan skin. But most importantly, I would lose my title. Meg may be right. There could be a faster runner in Tallahassee, and I would get second place. Second place? How I loathed second place. I narrowed my eyes just thinking about it. Or worse, third place. No, I could absolutely not get third place. I have to be on top. I have to be the absolute best. And besides, here the title would go to that awful kid Luke. Oh no, this is bad. He's like an albino who has horrible, smelly underarm sweat that drips all over the track. And he isn't that nice either. He's a total complete dork with glasses. Nobody wears glasses anymore. I mean, why doesn't he wear contacts at least? Our parents wear contacts. He has this huge, thick-rimmed Harry Potter glasses. He doesn't deserve to earn the title. Wow. I should tell Jeremy to work out harder so he can beat Luke to the title. Jeremy was 4th place, and he's also one of my buddies. What if I got 4th place? Meg could tell I was thinking about something, and I could tell she was working hard to keep her mouth shut. Amazing, in my opinion. She actually managed until we were done brushing our teeth and putting our pajamas. That's probably her world record. "Well, I thought you were scared because of your forced smile. You aren't much of an actor," she giggled as she climbed into her bed. "Oh, and you are?" I asked, narrowing my eyes as I climbed into my bed. "Actually," Meg started, but I knew what she was going to say. She'd been in 4 plays at the community theater and gotten the main role twice. She was so good, even I admitted it. Hey, she had to have something on all my running trophies. I still think my trophies are better, though. But they still aren't as good as her mind. I don't know. She'll be doing pre-algebra next year in 6th grade. The only reason she hasn't skipped a grade is because of her friends. She has like 40. And plus, she thinks the boys in our grade are hot. Which I don't get, since I'm the only hot one in our grade. This is some like weird like incest going on. But like not really, but like, I don't even know. Good night, I said huffily before she could start winning the millionth fight she's won. Meg giggled. I sighed. Then she turned on a light. I groaned. She always wrote in her journal before she went to sleep. And then she did something secret. I don't know what this is. I knew she was doing it, but I never knew what it was. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what this is. Probably drawing pictures of her dream boy. I think I did do this a couple times, and I think that's what this is coming from. Why are girls acting so weird lately? They all want boyfriends, and not just friends who are boys. They want to go out with people. I think that's just stupid. Why are they focusing on boys instead of improving their sports skills? That is a question I need to ask myself. I think a girl's time would be much better spent improving her sports skills rather than dreaming and gossiping about boys. I shifted positions and gazed up at the trophies on the shelf on my wall. I couldn't see them, but I knew they were there, and I knew what they said. My best trophies were the district champion ones. Ever since I could compete at age 9, I had won. I was the district champ of 2033 and the district champ of 2034. I wanted to compete in this year's district championship, but I wouldn't be there. It would be in Tallahassee. Oh wait! She listens to her iPod on full blast and then she does something secret. I'd been begging for an iPod for a long time, but my parents only gave them to sweet children who get all A's. It's not like I don't try to get an A. Meg's just smarter than me. And she barely puts in any effort. If I had an iPod, I could annoy her while she was trying to get to sleep. I put a pillow over my head, but... train passing. I put a pillow over my head. Oh, I could act this out. I put a pillow over my head. Where was I? But that still didn't block out the Smiths and Oh Yeah. I don't know if these are actual bands or if these are names that I made up, because I don't listen to bands. I was never going to get to sleep. I shouldn't have wanted to get to sleep, though. That night, I had dreams. That's the end of chapter 1. I think I'm just gonna read all these chapters and just make this into, like, a series for me, just to, like, process, like, not even to process anything, just to, like, I don't know, just to, like, read my book, just because I want to. It's fun. And I was, like, a stupid kid. So, yeah. If you're me, see you in the future. And if you're not me, then why are you watching this? Because this is not funny to anyone except for me. So, see you later.